All right. It's been quite some time since I've done something like this. In fact, the last time I did something like this, I told myself I would never do something like this again. But here I am. I'm doing something like this again, and it's probably because there's been a bunch of videos I've watched recently. Like, oh, I went and I got this this mystery box from this person. I've seen some pretty insane. Like, apparently, this dude spent $50,000 on a freaking mystery box. I think it contained like one or two books or something like that. And I think what he got was maybe 8 grand. So I'm going, like, you weren't even guaranteed to get half of that back. You spent 50,000 on it. All right, man. Like, I ain't got that kind of money, but I did kind of treat myself a little bit, and I was like, let's roll the dice, see what happens. Um, the one I got is supposed to be silver, bronze, and copper age. It's supposed to have 12 per lot. I got 3 lots. So let's see what we get. Do the whole thing where I open it so you can't see my address. Oh, that's not a good sign. But let's hope nothing inside gets damaged. Just in case you didn't see it's right here. Yeah. Putting it up from the bottom. Well, kind of haphazardly tossed in here. Um, there's protection on all sides, though, even if it is just one little layer of bubble wrap. But has that old comic book smell. I still love that smell. Got some bags and boards from Midtown Comics on some other little flash sales that I got, and I swear that stuff smells like it's been sitting in mildew for about 6 months because it is rough. All right, let's try and have this in some kind of fashion. I'm trying to get the tape off the sides. Tape, because I always liked the reveal or unboxing or however the hell you want to look at it. I always like the videos where um, you guys get to see before we see. So, all right. So, as you can tell, it's haphazard. Some of the shit's off of here. There looks to be a thicker book back here, but we're gonna turn this in such a fashion that, and as you can see, I'm not looking, but this way you guys see it first, and my back is to it. Alien Legion. Alien Legion 5. Got sort of a kind of reminds me of like Ninja Turtles, Kevin Eastman, Peter Laird kind of drawing. Looks turtle-esque to me. Now the tricky part is that since I have it this way, I have to do it this way. New talent showcase. I've heard of these. Up and coming people that are. I'm not a big DC guy, so I don't know. But it's sort of like, hey, here's some artists that we think might be good at drawing certain characters and things like that. I know Marvel does these from time to time. They just had one, I think, last year, the year before. Um, so yeah. All right. Hulk Annual 14. That is the one that is unfortunately out of the bag a bit. Let's see. 'Cause this is always curious, especially when it's one of my main collected characters. I'm always curious to see if I got the um the book. Check the old inventory. That is Incredible Hulk, right? Yeah. I think I might have this one. I do. And that's fine. It seems to be in decent shape. I'm not much for being in a position of, well, it's got to be in good shape. Let's check the spine. Let's check the corners. Let's check all this shit. Let's see what's going on. You know, this corner's a little off, and it's not. Man, does the cover look good? Do you have it? Then shut up. You can always upgrade covers later. There's nothing wrong with it. Friend of mine and I always have the saying, low grade is better than no grade. There's a guy that used to come into an old place of business where Pit Boss is, and he would say, "Oh man, I've been looking for this one." I was like, "Well, there it is." No, it's not high enough grade. Well, you can get this one to do comparison for the next one that comes around, and if that one's better grade, you could buy that one and then turn around and sell the other one you have. Like I don't understand. Like there's so much of a stigmatism on the entire comic book community. It pisses me off. There's so many people that go, well, if I'm gonna get something, then it needs to be a damn 9.8. And how dare this be a 9.6? Essentially, what you're doing is you're telling people that aren't in the hobby that if you don't have a 9.8, which there are not very many 9.9s and 10s, but if you have a 10, you can pretty much command like a $500 price, and someone will buy it just to say that they have a 10. I mean, I have a 9.8 down to an 8 or a 7.5 right now, and the 7.5 still looks good. It's still a good cover. Oh, it's off-white, it's a white page. It's or more of like a brown to off-white page. Who cares? You have it in a slab. It's preserved. It's going to be fine. It's not going to get worse. Shut up. Oh my God, that irritates me. So anyway, Annual 14. What do we got here? Strange Adventures. This thing looks old as hell. Got a little $9 price tag on here. I'm gonna look this one up real quick. Let's see here. Probably should have had some of this prepared ahead of time, but I didn't. Strange Adventures. 236. This is definitely the first round. 236. Yeah, there's nothing real special about it. June 1972. It's an old book. There was a dramatic drop in price from issue 216 to 217. It was from 165 regularly to $30. So, yeah. But I mean, that's kind of cool though. I do like older things like this. It's probably not a series that I'm going to get into. Like I said, I'm not really a big DC guy. There are some guys out on YouTube that do have collections that they'll go through old cowboy stuff, through old horror stuff, through old Golden Key, Disney, Jetsons and shit. Like I give them credit. It's nothing that I would go do. I'm just going, no, but there is something to where if you want to look up how they changed the Jetsons around, as far as like stylistically, there was one that was done in this century, we'll call it, that actually has some upgraded, like not the weird pointed hair and shit like that. And it's interesting. I like seeing how they kind of take those. It was like Scooby Apocalypse kind of had the same aesthetic to all of them, but they've just updated them from the 1950s and 60s to more of the 2000s art style. And it's pretty cool. I'll give them props for that. There's some pretty cool looking shit. I don't know if it's anything that I would actually like try to collect, but just from an art wise standpoint, because art to me is 75% of the book, or at least the longevity, or to keep me in it. But yeah, there's some really cool stuff out there. All right, let's keep going. House of Mystery. What number is this? House of Mystery number 130. Has a little piece of tape on there that says $4 to $30 and a sticker that says $18. Let's take a peek at this one real quick. House of Mystery. That's definitely DC, not Vertigo. 150. I always thought it was interesting whenever you got those sort of this says in store mint, which for me store mint is 9.4. It's saying it's $90, which isn't bad. Definitely something that if I didn't get in this type of situation, I would not have picked up. But it's kind of a cool book. What was the year of this one? June of '64. I think this is almost my oldest book. All right, what's next? Sabretooth, number 1. I had this one a while ago. There's multiples in there. All right, we'll come back to this one because I have a feeling if I pull this off, I'm gonna see it. I don't want to do it that way. But there's multiple books in there. I think you can see it better from this side. So I'm wondering if they put the whole 3 or 4 part book series in here. All right. Yeah, because that thing's thick as shit. Sabretooth number 1 again, or number 3. So I wonder if that's... All right, hold on. We're almost done with this one. I got one that's facing me. I can see it. It's after this one. Dark Hawk 24. All right. Well, there's nothing I can do about this. I see a cover pointing towards me. Spider-Man Classics 4. Or no, okay, it's just an advertisement. I kept seeing that Cracker Jack thing going, oh, is there something in there? Mighty Thor 450. I think I've got this one too. I don't have much Thor. The Jason Aaron run that introduced Lady Thor, I absolutely loved. I thought it was incredible. I did manage to grab all that before they started doing Love and Thunder. It was before all the prices went up. All right, what's in here? Was I right? No. All right, well, sorry, I had my hands mixed up. New Gods, number 11. That's kind of cool. I like that. Good old Jack Kirby. And then the last one is Doom Patrol, number 3. Interesting. Like I said, I knew there was other ones behind this, so I just... it's going, oh, just shove some shit in there. Alright. I don't think there's any other surprises in here, but... And there's not. Alright, next one. Alright, gotta get the tape off. There's tape here on the side. That's what I keep cutting off. So I know some guys will actually sit there and film all themselves doing every aspect of this, but I just don't have that luxury from where I am. From what I'm seeing, there's a chromium style cover which tells me either Spider-Man 2099 or possibly Venom Lethal Protector 1. We'll see if I'm right. Hold on, let me get this tape off. And this is what I'm looking at. So just give me a sec. side. One of these looks hella old. I'll bring it up and show you here in just a sec. This one right here looks hella old. And let's slowly see. Okay. I see an advertisement for Mortal Kombat. Just gonna flip this real quick. Alright. We've got, I don't know, okay, it was Sabretooth again. That was the chromium cover. That son of a bitch, there's one back behind that too. Hold on, this one's open at the top. Okay. It's alright, couldn't avoid it. Blue Devil #1. I'm not one that goes all for #1s because #1's not always the best thing in a run. Perfect example, Incredible Hulk. Incredible Hulk run starts at 105 or 106. 105, 106. The most expensive book in there is 181. And it's $10,000. 105 is like $500. So doesn't quite fit. New Mutants is another perfect one. #1's like $20. New Mutants 98 is $500. #1 is not always guaranteed to be something amazing. It's not. And I think the 90s and the X-Men re-release and flipping all the numbers to go to 1 to try and entice people. Because even when I was a kid, I had that same thought process of, well, if I get this one and it's episode 222, well, then what were the other 221 about? How I got to kind of know those before I get to here. That's like jumping into a season. That's like jumping into The Simpsons now and then them having jokes for other episodes and going, I have no idea what the hell you're talking about. It's the same kind of concept. So, all right. Sabretooth, special event, X-Men January. All right. Behind that one, Marvel Tales Spider-Man, $290. Usually with the Marvel Tales, it's sort of like a retelling of old stories, but then I think eventually they kind of went on their own. Not that far into Spider-Man to try and figure out when the hell this happened. I don't consider myself a comic book historian, just a fan. So I don't know the full depth of when this stopped, but I do know for a while there was a point where they would have like Marvel Tales Spider-Man, and it would contain maybe the first 3 books for the Amazing Spider-Man run. And in case you didn't get them, now you can read them all in one book. And instead of it being 12 cents, now it's 50. And it makes sense because you get about 4 or 5 comic books worth in that one. It's sort of like having a single issue and then having the trades. So same kind of concept. Return of the New Gods. #12. This motherfucker is chock full. Okay, here we go. Setting that down. There is probably at least 3 books in here. So hang on. Move you over here. So that was New Gods 12. Blue Devil Annual 1. So we got Blue Devil 1 and an Annual 1. Darkhawk 25. So this is the thick bastard that's in there. Wasn't really a big Darkhawk guy. Don't know much about it. I basically have sort of like my characters that I look at and that I go towards. And those are the ones that I go towards. I don't usually deviate from those unless it's brand new stories. And I'll tell you this, you got to keep an eye out on Boom Studios because those guys put out some fantastically amazing stories. And I'm almost to the point to where if they put something out, I'm snatching that thing up because there have been some great stories coming through there. Behold Behemoth, Know Your Station, Chroma. Oh my God. I bought 3 copies of that book and some people are getting them for Christmas. But yeah, it's insane. Nice House on the Lake is Um, that's DC Black Label. I can't remember the other ones off the top of my head right now. But yeah, Boom Studios is putting out some fantastic stuff. So if you go through and you're looking through trades or something like that and you see Boom Studios, snatch it up because I can almost guarantee you it's going to be an amazing story. All right, Iron Man 69. This is marked at has a little near mint sticker on it. Uh, Probably not anymore, and there is something behind it. Son of a. There's at least something. I need to rebag and board these anyway. Alright, Iron Man 69. Not an Iron Man fan. Dennis the Menace. I had a feeling something like that was going to be in here. And Son of Ambush Bug. Number 4. Dennis the Menace 73. That's pretty cool just because of the age of the book, but not something I give a rat's ass about. I mean, it's torn up. I know I said I'm not a big stickler on it, but things like that kind of piss me off. Let's take a peek here. Just type Dennis. I don't think I have to type much more than that. This is Halden. It says best of. No, that's not it. Where the hell? It says Fawcett? It's gotta be. Yeah. It says Fawcett Publications, but this specifically said, well, it's Halden Fawcett. Shut up. I had a feeling some things like that were gonna end up showing up. That's fine. I don't mind. It's not anything I'm really gonna give a shit about, but I have it. It's whatever. Ooh, an older Green Lantern. 161. There's nothing behind that one, but there is something rough behind it. That's all I've seen so far. Just the open side. And that is Adventure Comics. Adventure Comics 361. This thing was used as a coffee cup holder. And there's one more. It's just stuck there. Amazing Spider-Man 351. Right. I saw that. I was like, he's got a problem in his armpit. Right. Yeah, this is old as shit. Let's check this one out. Adventure Comics started in 1938. This was 361. No, I'm gonna go one more page. 361, first appearance of the Dominators. Says it's store mint. It goes for $100. There's no way this is store mint. This is probably a 2 or a 3, just because of how badly damaged this thing is. Like if you go all across the top, and then down the spine, it's in rough shape. Like I said, this has been used to hold someone's coffee cup at least twice. Reminds me of the Batman that I have, that for some reason some jackass took a hole puncher to it and just has random hole punches on the cover. I don't get it. So there was There's a note in here, and I'm not gonna show it because, as you guys know, I don't do personal information on my shit. What a coincidence! I used to live where I live, and most of my early books were purchased there. Here's a few freebies. Thanks, and the guy that gave them. Um, so just trying to keep it. Uh, okay. All right. So all I'm gonna show right now is that's interesting. I have no idea what is on the other side. I saw just as much as you guys. We'll keep those there because this was the other one that's all taped up. That's very very interesting. That um, this hometown actually got me a situation where there's someone that goes, "Hey, because you are where I were, um, have some extras." And the first thing I see is a COA or certificate of authenticity. So that's interesting. I'm very curious now. I'm almost more curious about that than this. Let go, fucker. Alright. We'll start with the one I just flipped because every one of them should be going that way now. Alpha Flight number 1. I think the most important Alpha Flight is I think Annual 2, and that's first appearance in the U.S. of Betsy Braddock or Psylocke, because the Captain Britain one, I don't want to speculate number because I think I looked at it once and went, yeah, no, never mind, that's too high for me. But I want to say it's like 8 or 9. His first full appearance of Psylocke or Betsy Braddock. So that's kind of cool. I'm alright with the whole. Oh, y'all got me. 100 and what is it? 121 too high. I thought that was Beta Ray Bill. 451. I think it's 330 or 331 is first appearance of Beta Ray Bill. I was getting all excited, and then I saw that face, and then I got sad. That's all right though. All right. Not the first full appearance of Bishop, but it is one of his earliest ones. Guardians of the Galaxy 21. So that's what they used to look like. Notice there is no raccoon. There's no, well, there's kind of a dude with some guns. He looks more like Cable than anything. Yeah. No Gamora, no Rocket, no Groot. I always find that funny that people that don't know that Alien Legion, we got Alien Legion 4, so we got 4 and 5. No, I will not go get the first 3. That's not how I roll. It's not even a company that I collect. Time Warp. What the hell is this? Time Warp number 4. Doomsday Tales and Other Things. Interesting. Dollar comic. That's when I started going up, right in the 1980s. Especially if on the other side, over here. Especially if you had a thicker one, then you could charge more than 35 cents for it. Why are you sticking together? Knock it off. What is it? No, okay. I thought that was another one. Flash 13. I don't mind the Flash. He's not one that I seek. but if I get, I'm okay with. And there's another one on the other side. This shit was sticky. That's 13 and 14. God, it has that old comic smell. Ooh, okay. We're into some Tales of Suspense now. That's the only one of these I've got. Tales of Suspense 88. This is towards the end because it was only, I think, 11 more issues because I think they went to 99 or 100 because Cap number, or the first Cap solo sets Captain America comics in 1941. That's when he started. That's when Iron Man got his own, and this tells you just how much of B characters both of them were because they had to be in a comic together to try and sell them. And now they're both household names. Blue Devil, number 30. There's a few in here. Spawn, 74. Such a great cover. I love Capello's art. And then we have Hawkman 1 from September 1993. Nice little gold foil cover. All right, let's untangle these. I do like that note. That's pretty awesome. I'm a sap when it comes to shit like that. So come on. Do I really? There's like 2 of them here. I have to. Too much packing tape, man. Use painter's tape. Bend it at the end. This one with the COA is in a heavy plastic cover. Okay, let me flip this first one. Darkhawk 23. All right. What? Oh. Special Agent. This thing is old as shit. I don't even know. All right, what is this? Jim Starlin Breed? Never even heard of this. It's number 734 out of 10,000. Dynamic Forces Inc. has issued a certificate to authenticate this issue of Breed number 1 as a specially limited series with 10,000 copies signed by writer-artist Jim Starlin. It has a little note on the back here. It says it's $37.50. Come on. Whatever. Oh. There's your COA. And I don't know if you can see the silhouette of the guy. Yeah, you can kind of see it. See the eyeballs up there. I want to look up this Special Agent though. Like I said, this thing is old as shit. The pages aren't even held in anymore. Like they're spilled out of the bottom. Wait, no, hold on. Is there 2? Yeah, there's 2. All right, hold up. Come on. How to make yourself astronaut tough. It's the ad on the back of this other one. All right. So there's Special Agent. a picture story about the railroad police, and a coverless Legion of Superheroes. Adventure Comics 355. Because this thing is thin. Alright, hold on. I'm going to look this up. Special Agent 1959. Yeah, I'll shove this over here. Worth $40. It was nothing. Railroad giveaway. That's interesting. All right. Well, there you go. That is my unboxing. I think I'm most excited that I got this old ass thing that was given away by the railroad companies. It even says so on the back. And this Jim Starlin's breed. Let's look that one up real quick. And it says $4, but yeah, that's all right though. Yeah, there we go. I know it's kind of boring, but I find these things to be absolutely entertaining and fun. So, have a great night. Have a safe holiday if I'm not back before then, and be safe.